What's up YouTube, it's Toon here and this is my Toon Deck profile for 2015. So basically you might already know that Toon cards get new support in the future. We all waited for that desperately. And yeah, so these cards are already on the Dev Pro service, so well, I was like, why don't I just try to build a little troll Toon Deck, and yeah, so basically this is what I came up with. I have to say, I don't really want to call it troll deck anymore because it is fucking consistent. It's really good, it's awesome against meta decks, what you actually wouldn't expect it to be, but it actually kicks some serious ass. And well, it's just funny, it's kinda, as long as you can keep up the protective field with Toon Kingdom and Field Barrier, nothing will happen to you. So as long as you could protect your field spell card, you're safe. You're 100% safe. That is just awesome. Alright, so for the cards, first of all, yeah, one Toon Ancient Gear Golem. First because it looks really shitty, as you can see, but it is pretty amazing because, well, you can special summon this by using Toon Mask, for example. That means you can special summon Toon Ancient Gear Golem from your hand or your deck by using Toon Mask if your opponent has a rank 8 or level 8 or higher monster on his field, which might happen sometimes. And I mean, right? 3000 attack, Toon monster, your opponent cannot activate spells and traps when it attacks. Amazing. It also has the piercing effect of Ancient Gear Golem, but, well, you know, for Toon Deck, that's pretty damn stupid. Yeah, for those of you who don't know that, the mechanics of Toon monsters can attack your opponent's life points directly, therefore they cannot attack in the turn you summon them. Yeah, but that is actually basically it. So some of them have effects if they inflict damage to your opponent's life points. For some you have to pay life points in order to make them attack, but it doesn't really matter. Toon Cyber Dragons, actually one of the cutest artworks I've seen in quite a while. It's amazing because you can special summon this from your hand if your opponent has a monster on its field and you have not, so the usual Cyber Dragon effect. It is pretty damn cool. And yeah, so then 3 Toon Gemini Elves. Actually, the main combo card you want to have on your field here, because it's a 1900 attack, it can attack directly if you control Toon World. And, well, the effect, if it inflicts damage to your opponent's life points, your opponent has to discard one card randomly from his hand. Which is pretty damn good. Pretty damn fucking good. Then 2 Toon Mermaids, because you can special summon them. They're also level 4, so they actually allow you to make some rank 4 exceeds in one turn if you are in trouble. Otherwise, just usual Toon monster to attack with, it's cool. Then 3 Toon Masked Sorcerers. Okay, so many of you might think, well, what the fuck, why Toon Masked Sorcerer? 900 attack, that sucks, bro. Yeah, it does suck, but thing is, first of all, again, a level 4 monster, so good for the exceeds, if you want to play them, if you have to play them. But the other thing is, when Toon Masked Sorcerer inflicts damage to your opponent's life points by battle, you draw one card from your deck. So that is pretty amazing, because for this deck you need to invest a lot of cards, you have to build up a board, and well, you will end up having no cards on your hand at, well, maybe in your second turn already, most likely. So it's kind of important that you have this refreshing engine running here. And also, don't worry about the attack that you get damaged if he gets attacked or something like that. That is something we'll deal with later when we come to the trap cards, because you won't take any damage, don't worry. Good. 1 Galaxy Cyclone. Pick Galaxy Cyclone over MST or Night Beam or all that shit. Because, well, Galaxy Cyclone allows you, first of all, to destroy set spell or trap card. It's okay. It could be better if Galaxy Cyclone actually was a quick spell, not a normal spell card, but whatever. I don't want to complain here, but the other fact is you can banish this card from your graveyard in order to destroy one face-up spell or trap card on the field, which is pretty damn good against decks which heavily rely on continuous spells or traps or something like that. And also, you can destroy 2 cards with 1 card. And that's pretty damn good because you don't want to waste any space in this deck, any slots for cards you actually need for some more MSTs or something like that. So Galaxy Cyclone actually was a pretty decent choice here. One Raigeki, obvious reasons I'd say are terraforming, because the field spell in here, that's Toon Kingdom, is the most important card for the fucking game. Okay, you need this card. You completely rely on having this card on your field. If you have it and if you can protect it, you win. So 1 terraforming in order to get it. Only 1 because you can also use Toon Table of Contents to search it because it's a fucking Toon card, which is actually amazing. Gold Sarcophagus, but just in order to help you with planning your turns, you might look for Spirit Barrier, for example, or even for Toon Table of Contents, because Toon Table of Contents is the most useful card here, because it can search nearly every card in here except for the traps and, except Toon Mask, and so on and so forth. So 3 Toon Table of Contents, best searcher card in here. 2 Pot of Duality, because actually, if you want to protect your Toon Kingdom and you don't have a field barrier, you cannot search for field barrier with a card, but you could search for Toon Kingdom by Toon Table of Contents, for example. So actually that is where Pot of Duality comes in pretty handy. Also, you can normal summon the Masked Sorcerer and the Toon Gemini Elves, so the only cards which would be affected by you cannot special summon that turn would actually be Toon Saber Dragon if you want to use the effect, and the Toon Mermaid. So fuck this shit. 3 field barriers. Protect your fucking field spell. Most important thing to know about this deck. Alright, so 1 Toon World just in the one case scenario that you do not have Toon Kingdom, you do not have Toon Table of Contents, or some other card which might help you search it, just have a Toon World somewhere in this deck. Okay? Also, because the old art is perfect. The alternate art sucks. Toon Kingdom, so this is the fucking best card. This deck makes the entire... this card makes the entire deck viable. And only this card. Why? If this card is activated, banish the top 3 cards from your deck face down. This card's name becomes Toon World while it's on the field. Toon monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. If a Toon monster or Toon monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish 1 card for each of those monsters from the top of your deck face down instead. So, let's summarize it. Your opponent cannot target your Toons. Your Toons cannot be destroyed by battle. Your Toons cannot be destroyed by card effects. All it does, it kind of mills your deck, but who the fuck cares? So, basically, this is so amazing. Your opponent plays Mirror Force, fuck this. You just remove a few cards from the top of your deck, Mirror Force negated. Who cares? As long as this works, he will not be able to touch your board. He has to remove Toon Kingdom in order to approach you directly, or your monsters. And this is not fucking possible as long as you can protect that with a field barrier. So you see, amazing card, amazing. Alright, for the traps you run 2 Toon Masks. It looks fucking ugly, I know, but the cool thing is, if you control Toon World, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon 1 Toon monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to that target's level rank, ignoring its summoning condition. So, for example, your opponent just has a rank 8 Exceed monster or what the fuck ever, gives you free Ancient Gear Golem, right? Sounds cool? Yes, cool. Alright, well that actually helps speeding up the game a little bit. It also gets around that effect that they cannot attack in the turn is summoned, so if you use that in your opponent's turn, you can attack regularly in your turn, right after that. Awesome. Alright, one bottomless trap hole, because you don't really want your opponent to play like cards like, well, if he's playing Lightsworn, you don't want a Judgment Dragon on the field, because that ruins it actually. Something like that. Torrential Tribute, again awesome, because it has synergy with Toon Kingdom, because if you Torrential Tribute the field, your opponent's monsters will be destroyed, but your Toon Kingdom will protect your Toons. What could you wish for, right? What else? 2 Deep Prisons, for obvious reasons. 2 Fiendish Chains, again for evil monster effects. 2 Spirit Barriers, actually a pretty decent card. I usually run this in my my fun Ghost Trick decks, I have to say, because as long as you control monsters, you take no battle damage. So, if your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect, but you can take damage because your opponent can still attack your 900 attack Toon Master Sorcerer, and you play this, dude, he's going crazy. I swear he's going crazy. He will be so fucking mad. Right, because that's the main card to protect your life points in this scenario. So yeah, only 2 of them, because 3 usually, well, might be a little bit of a danger because of being a death draw. You can also search it with Gold Sarcophagus, what I actually recommend doing anyways. And yeah, 2 Dark Bribes, just in order to protect Field Barrier from MSTs or some shit like that. 1 Solemn Judgment, again to keep these nasty creatures which could destroy your board off the field, like Black Rose Dragon or whatever. For the extra deck, yeah, just in case you get out both Toon Cyber Dragons for whatever reason, you could go for Tyrus or Adreus. For the rank 4 Exceeds, which are more helpful and more commonly put into practice in tougher situations. Your choices are Dark Rebellion, Exceed Dragon, number 39, that knight guy whose name I cannot pronounce, number 103 Ragnar Zero, number 50 Black Sheep of Corn, 101 Castell, Direwolf, Accident Knight, Maestroke, Lavalval Chain, Abyss Dweller, and Gagaga Cowboy. Yeah, so basically, just summarizing what I think about this is one of the best decks I've ever played in my life. It is so much fun. It's not the best deck ever, like you got a win rate of 99%, but it's so much fun to play because it's kinda stun deck, because your opponent can't do shit. You attack directly, he can't do shit. It is pretty amazing as soon as you have board control and as soon as you have all this protection around your Toon Kingdom. Losing is very unlikely, and it's just a lot of fun to see how these Toons actually rip apart your opponent, especially if you're playing against meta decks like these Toon Gemini Elves are really a pain in the ass, especially for Necros and shit like that. Because they just lose their hand, they just lose card by card, and they have all these search cards, which will bring cards back to their hand, which you will discard when you attack them, and they cannot play all their ritual monsters, and soon they'll end up having serious trouble with their hand. So, that is just great. Alright, yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I can really recommend playing this old archetype. Now with the new support, it is just amazing. Remember to comment, like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh!, Hearthstone, Pokemon, TCG, whatsoever videos, and see you guys later.